We covered a lot of material so far. Now we focus a bit on the conversation part. Conversations with current teachers are more delicate in nature. When we bring our observations, understanding, and clear goals, we can be able to communicate in a manner that produces growth, bi'idnillah. Sometimes we really like a teacher, their personality, their skill. We are happy to have our child connect to them. We don't want to have another teacher, but the classes aren't going in a way we prefer. So we reframe what we want to say so that it comes across in a more beneficial way. Instead of saying, "You're not pacing the lessons well," we can say something like, "I notice my child seems most engaged when activities shift every few minutes. I was curious how you think about that." Or, "I notice that she is losing attention after 10 minutes. How can we compress the learning part and leave more room for practice of past skills?" Instead of saying, "My child is bored and not liking the lessons anymore," try, "Could you walk me through how you structure a typical lesson?" Or, "Can we assess if this is the proper level for my child?" That question gives the opportunity for you to see the current structure clearly and give recommendations that work better for your child. Or sometimes the child is ready to move to a new level. We give the teacher the encouragement to advance them when they see fit. Some teachers really worry if they don't cover a topic completely that the parents will be upset. And this is because it happens to them a lot of times in the field. So we talk about it openly. Instead of coming directly saying, "You need to change such and such," try, "What does my child do during the parts that aren't recitation?" Or, "I feel the book we are using doesn't cover the subject well. What are other options? Are there any online media we could use during the lesson?" So this doesn't put the teacher in defensive mode. These types of questions open up the planning process and also different opportunities. Now, with a prospective teacher, whether it's a trial lesson or first interactions, we tend to have less hesitation about having these conversations. And this is an important beginning step to build towards a successful connection with the right teacher. And if done right, can save from the stress of trials for you and the child. Now, we want to ask questions that won't give us a vague answer. So after clarifying what route we want to go, Qur'an, Arabic, or Islamic studies, we go in depth. Questions like, how long is a typical lesson for my child's age range? And how is that time usually broken up? Or, what does the first 5 minutes of a lesson with my child look like? Or, how do you usually correct the child if they get something wrong? And what if they consistently get the same thing wrong? Or, how do you know when a child is tired or losing focus? And what is your approach to bring back attention? Or, what's the one thing you'd be working on with my child in 3 months? Our goal is to have our child memorize 1 juz of the Qur'an. How would you pace out this goal? A skilled teacher won't avoid these questions. They will do their best to answer. And the best thing is that they learn new things from this type of questioning. Perhaps they never thought about how they would pull back attention aside from just asking the child to pay attention. This is where we as parents can help enhance the field, insha'Allah. Now recognizing, focusing on our interactions, our communication, our observations to decide if the current classes are going in a way that benefits our child, if we should take the trial or if we should continue after the trial. And remember, we are dealing with a young, underdeveloped field. We can't have our own standards set unreasonably high. It would be unfair. We can't expect the teachers will encompass everything so excellently, but at the same time, we have enough of the ability to see what will be beneficial and what won't. So there has to be wiggle room from all sides and consistent growth because we do know the importance of this field and why it is needed. And with that, topic 2 is done. We covered several topics. Use them. Use it with care for teachers, including ones with so much potential who are still growing into their craft. Below are some downloadable documents. The question document mentioned before, a pre-trial guide helping you properly be able to find a teacher that matches your goals and communicate effectively, the observation guide to use during classes or trials, and coming next is topic 3, money, a very, very important part. Subscribe and share. See you in the next video, inshallah. Barakallahu fikum.